Hello guys and welcome back to my channel for another episode of Started from the Bottom. We have a massive FA Cup semi-final coming today against Arsenal. We've also progressed in the Europa League. We're up against Bayern in that competition. We absolutely demolished Anderlecht in the second leg that I didn't show on camera. Let's jump into things and I'll show you the goals from that one. Okay guys, so not a lot has changed since you were last here. Last time you would have seen us batter Anderlecht 5-0 at home in the Europa League before beating Tottenham 2-0 in the Premier League. Just the one game off camera for that one. We travelled to Belgium to take on Ajax and it was an absolute demolition. Hat-tricks for Lewis Dondon, hat-trick for Baz, a goal for Morrison, goal for Badham, and a goal for Amakanji. If I just load this up, I'll load all the goals, talk you guys through them, but Anderlecht looked like a semi-professional team. We've played games in the FA Cup this season against lower level opposition. We've played Grimsby, we've played Port Vale, and we've not done this sort of a job on a team thus far. Dondon opens the score in there. Goalkeeper should have done a lot better. Playing some nice stuff here. Out to Baz, who cuts inside, beats the goalkeeper at his near post. Again, another attack. Mikel just able to run into Baz, into Dondon. Another casual one slotted underneath the goalkeeper here. Anderlecht do get a goal back through Kemar Roof here. Little bit of a scrappy one. Our clearance hits our own man and falls to Kemar Roof. But we do not relent. Obviously, we are very much through at this point with the 5-0 in the first leg. Amakanji, nice goal from him. So we're 5-0 up after the first leg and then absolutely peppered them in this game. As you can see, we qualified 14-1 on aggregate, guys, which is just unreal for a quarter-final of a European competition. To do this to a team is just unbelievable. Morrison getting in on the act there in the 52nd minute. We just continued with the goals, to be perfectly honest. Everybody getting involved. And then the last one was from the penalty spot. It was Baz in the 71st minute. We kind of took our foot off the gas 100% because we didn't need to. As you can see here, the Anderlecht goalkeeper getting a 5.5. He's a real guy. Poor guy. Got absolutely peppered in that game. So that does mean we take on Bayern Munich in the semi-finals of the Europa League. It's going to be a very interesting end towards this season. Obviously, we are still fighting on all three fronts. We've got a position in the Premier League to try and maintain / better. We are currently third. Nothing really has changed in terms of the Premier League. We've still got that game in hand on Manchester United and Man City, which if we do win, we return to the top of the Premier League. And then obviously we have the small matter of today's Emirates FA Cup game against Arsenal. Again, semi-final stages of that one. So we will be looking to advance into another cup final at Wembley. Europa League against Bayern Munich in a couple of weeks. I will bring you that episode a little bit later on. Probably tomorrow. That'll probably be tomorrow's episode. So without any further ado, guys, I'll be back when we are ready to take on Arsenal. So before we get into things, guys, the other Emirates FA Cup semi-final has happened. It did finish 2-2 in the game between Burnley and Manchester United, but Manchester United qualify on penalties. Lots of Burnley players missing penalties there. Dybala, Rashford and Ayer missing for United as well. So it will be a difficult one, but we have a good record against Manchester United should we get past Arsenal. Arsenal, good record against us, to be perfectly honest. 4 wins, 2 draws, and then 3 wins for ourselves. Going to be an interesting one. Obviously, we've got a few selection issues, shall we say. Denham has left for Montreal Impact. I didn't want to stand in the way of him leaving. Menji's injured, Badham's cup tied, Amakanji's injured, Morrison's cup tied. Obviously, Ngongang is still injured with his cruciate injury. So this is the team to take on Arsenal. Bit of a makeshift backline. We've got Bailey in goal. Aït-Nouri is playing at right back. Chardon Zola and Gabriel Rivas, my usual right back, is playing centre back. Merco, Bilbao, Baz, O'Neill, Chukwuma, Fury and Lewis Dondon. We've got good options off the bench in terms of like midfield players, but were very, very lacking in terms of defenders. So we will submit the team and we will get into this game against Arsenal at Wembley. Okay, so Arsenal have the ball for the first highlight of the game. Tierney throws it into Diaz, switches the ball all the way across. There's quite a lot of new gens, in the Arsenal team. Obviously, we have a team full ourselves. They do have a couple of players who are real, who are Arsenal players. Bilbao goes against Tierney there. Gets the ball back, whips the cross in. Saliba gets a nice header on it. It's a player I do really like, Saliba. And Mason Mount, no longer of Chelsea, heads the ball clear there. So as you can see, there's a couple of players here. Harvey Elliott, another real player. Here he is. Ball into us. Rivas gets the ball clear. Baz looks all the way out to Felix Fury, running down this left-hand side. Gets past one defender into the penalty area. Good strike and a good save from the Arsenal goalkeeper, who is a real player, but is someone that I've not heard of before. Baz takes a set piece, and Arsenal clear the ball here. And Ruiz Diaz, able to run, goes past one, into our penalty area, goes past two. Cross comes in, and we are able to clear it. Highlight is still going, though. Lewis Dondon on the ball. Phil O'Neill getting a game. Out into Matthias Bilbao, into the penalty area. Ball across. Lewis Dondon's got to score there. Says Saliba gets in the way of the strike. Obviously wins us the corner. Phil O'Neill takes, and it is cleared. Lewis Dondon on the rebound. Jardine Zola, but the highlight is over. Next one starts though. Merco on the ball. Advances down the left, whips the ball in. No one there. Matthias Bilbao versus Kieran Tierney again. And Matthias Bilbao absolutely chops him down here. Matthias Bilbao, like Jacqueline Hyde in the big games. Sometimes he's exceptional and sometimes he gets sent off. Right, okay. Felix Fury, you're going to have to play right midfield. And Chukwuma is going to occupy the central attacking midfield spot on his own. Obviously, Gary Morrison would be a player who could play there for us, but he is cup-tied, having bought him from Brighton in January. Arsenal with the extra man then. We get a good block in there. Good save from Beatty, and Chardon Zola's taking no risk there and pumps the ball behind for a Arsenal corner. Harvey Elliott whips this one in. Zola gets the ball clear into Mason Mount. Beatty makes another good save. Arsenal starting to make their extra man count here. Only 5 minutes after he's been sent off. It's quite worrying for the rest of the game. Arsenal try for the cross there, and Felix Fury gets across and gets a block on. Arsenal have a throw deep in our half, but it's not a highlight we are going to see. Felix Fury is already booked himself. This could cause us issues later down the line. Obviously, I do have Ashley Alderton on the bench, who can play right midfield, and Barber Galetta, who can also play right midfield as well. So I may have to make that change later on in the game. Just trying to feel it out here, see how we are getting on. Obviously, we do have only 10 men on the field. I'm going to passionately say we've been the better team here. Go out there and make the difference. Arsenal are a good team in the Premier League by close effort there, but the header goes over the bar. Arsenal are a good team in the Premier League. We are better, but obviously being down to 10 men is a tough one. Zola looks for the ball out then to Felix Fury on this right-hand side. Tierney gets the better of him. A little bit worried with Felix Fury being on that booking. May have to take him off sooner rather than later. It's Mason Mount into the penalty area. And Mason Mount gets the goal. 53rd minute. Arsenal finally make their extra man count. We had a missed interception there. Who are they saying that's from, though? Ball comes across. 8 Nori. There's a couple of players who missed an interception. Chardon Zola gets dragged out. Obviously, Rivas is there at left centre-back, and he is a right-back by trade. So it's not all going according to plan here. Rivas on the ball goes back to Beatty. Chardon Zola out to 8 Nori on this right-hand side. Not where he's familiar. Felix Fury goes back to the fullback. Baz with the ball. Looks for Dondon over the top. He wasn't paying that much attention. Didn't make the run that he is capable of. And we get the ball clear. Mason Mount into their striker. Good block. Mason Mount fires the second one over the crossbar. I'm going to have to make this change. Ashley Alderton is going to come on for Felix Fury. He can play the position a little bit better. He isn't booked. I cannot go down to 9 men. As we have an opportunity here. Merco with the ball in. and the Arsenal goalkeeper comes off his line very well and claims that nicely. Opts to go out short to Tierney on this left-hand side. Into... Good switch of play there from Arsenal, actually. Back to Saliba. Putting the pressure on, but the French defender is able to do a lovely crossfield pass there. Zola gets sucked out. And the Englishman, Baka Bulindi, the new gen, who can play centre midfield or striker, makes us pay. It would have been an interesting look to see if we could have got a quadruple this year. But Bilbao's sending off looks like it's really left us in the lurch. We're going to go very attacking just as a way to try and get back into the game. But I think Arsenal have definitely got our number here. Elliott with the corner. Mikel gets the first one clear. Mason Mount into Elliott. Ball across again. We're just not applying pressure. Just seems like Arsenal have got so much more time on the ball. There is 20 minutes of the game to go, so we could potentially mount a challenge. But I'd be very surprised if we came back from 2-0 down here, especially with just the 10 men. Dondon on the ball, though, into the penalty area. Lewis Dondon. Good striker, straight at the goalkeeper, though. He needs to do better there. We've had a clear-cut opportunity. We've just not had a lot of the ball. O'Neill whips the corner in. Dondon on the second ball. Goes all the way out to this right-hand side. Ashley Alderton, his cross is blocked. Aït-Nouri's having a bad game. I've got no one else who can play centre-back. Who can play right-back to allow Rivas to play somewhere else. Rivas looks for the ball out to Ashley Alderton here. Thought he's shown a little bit too much of that to the Arsenal man. He's got the overlap. Looks for the ball in. Saliba mops it up, no problem. And Arsenal look to break themselves. Playing it nicely around. Arteta doing a superb job here. Into Fabio Silva. Goes past Aït-Nouri like he's not even there. Kieran Tierney. Ball across. It's just been a matter of not having enough bodies in this game. I think we've just not been able to do anything against Arsenal. Fabio Silva skips past one here. Suckers in Zola. Good cross from Kieran Tierney. And we're just at 6s and 7s. We just don't have the personnel for this at this stage. Diaz with a shot from a free kick. Bailey puts it behind. Having a really tough time of it at Wembley this time. Interesting to see how we bounce back in this game against someone in the Premier League. I thought that was going to be another red card there. But it was Baz who fouled, not Aït-Nouri. Free kick for Arsenal straight into the wall. Final few minutes of this game then. We've not really done ourselves justice in this game, in my opinion. We've already won one trophy at Wembley this season, but the FA Cup is too much for us. We will bow out at the semi-final stage, and we can then focus on the Premier League and the Europa League, as obviously we are still both in both of those competitions. We will say goodbye to the FA Cup for another season, and we will let Arsenal go on their... why did I say that? I just agreed with the assistant, didn't even read what he was going to say. We'll let Arsenal contest the FA Cup final against Manchester United. We've got a Premier League game coming up, guys, so we'll be back for that in just a second. Okay then, guys, we are back. We are ready to take on West Ham in the Premier League. As I said, the Premier League is tight. We are currently in third position, but if we do win this game against West Ham, we do go back to the top of the table. We will have a 1 point cushion ahead of Man City with just a small amount of games to go, one of which being Manchester City. We've been able to rotate the team. Obviously, certain players like Badham and Morrison, who are no longer cup-tied, come back in. So this is the starting 11. Bailey in goal, Rivas, Zola, Badham, Aït-Nouri actually a more familiar position of left-back. Barbagaleta comes in, Ilderton, O'Neill, Morrison, Chukwuma and Dondon. As you can see, the sort of injury list and just everyone being exhausted is piling up. As you can see as well, a couple of our players are wanted. Christian Muzzo is wanted by PSG in Milan. Felix Fury is wanted by Manchester United. Ilderton wanted by Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham and Real Madrid. And Barbagaleta also wanted by Barcelona. Yeah, it's going to be another interesting summer, guys. But we will submit the team and we will look to try and return to the top of the Premier League. So first highlight of the game, we have the ball on our own basically goal line. Take it short. Ilderton looks for the ball over the top. Lewis Dondon gets it into the penalty area. Lewis Dondon Lovely, cool, calm finish for the Frenchman. That is his 39th goal of the season. Nice pick out from Ashley Alderton. Ball over the top, absolutely shredding the team here. That is a lovely pass from Alderton in his own half, almost in his own penalty area. Dondon takes it, advances into the penalty area, and that is a cool, calm and collective finish from Dondon under the goalkeeper, giving us that 1-goal advantage, and looks like it is moving us back up to the top of the Premier League table. Set piece worked nicely there. That is a very good save from the West Ham keeper, but we still have the ball, do we? No, Badham is flagged for offside. West Ham with the ball inside their own penalty area then. Diop hits it long, aimlessly though. Aït-Nouri comes in, wins the ball. We get the ball inside the penalty area, bouncing around, and Dondon on hand smashes past the West Ham goalkeeper, leaves his defender for dead. 40th of the season, assist from Phil O'Neill. Nice move again from us. Aït-Nouri with the ball here. Looks for the ball over the top to Dondon. The West Ham man wins the header. Diop gets out-jumped, out-timed from Phil O'Neill. Header back in. Lewis Dondon's there. Hammers it home. 40 for the season for the young Frenchman. And we are going back to the top of the Premier League, guys. I cannot believe that I'm actually saying that. That wraps up the first half. Very uneventful other than the 2 goals for us, actually. He's not actually shown a great deal of highlights. West Ham, obviously, not offering anything at the moment. I'm going to say to the boys, go out and prove a point. Everyone seems to be buzzing with it. Can Lewis Dondon get himself another hat-trick this season? Oh, West Ham just bringing on Felipe Coutinho. Excellent. Good. I've only just noticed that. 20 minutes of the game to go, guys. We are going to make some changes. Want to keep everybody as fresh as humanly possible. Chukwuemeka not playing the absolute best here. Alderton will swap with Muzzo. And that'll probably be it. We got quite a few players who are quite tired, but we are very lacking in those centre-back spots, guys. It's going to be an area where I'm going to have to strengthen next season. Obviously, Badham is going to be there long-term. Amakanji is going to be there long-term. Maybe we need to pick up someone who is sort of definitely a backup. Obviously, we've got the issue this season of Menji being injured at the moment, as Dondon hits the post there. Thinking he'd almost got himself a hat-trick, but nothing going. Final few minutes of the game here. Rivas throws it into Barba Galetta, back to the Peruvian. All the way across to Azevedo. Phil O'Neill gets free here. Whips it across. Dondon's there. Another chance for Dondon to get the hat-trick, but this time he heads wide. West Ham have had a lot of the ball here, but not really had any highlights. Nothing that we've seen, to say the least. And we're applying the pressure here. Diop goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Again, we're in no real hurry. I know we're still trying to press, but we're in no real hurry to get the ball back at 2-0 up. Bailey comes off his line to get that loose ball. And that should probably do it for this game. Long throw from the goalkeeper into Azevedo. Maybe there's another goal in here. Muzzo over the top to Morrison. Good strike, good save from the West Ham goalkeeper, but it's a little case of too little, too late. We win the game 2-0. I'm going to passionately say I'm very pleased with their performance. I want to keep that confidence level really high. We go back to top of the Premier League. The goal difference is still a factor. 7 to Manchester City and then 15 to Manchester United. It's a lot to try and make up. But everything is back in our hands now, guys. Obviously, we do have a game against Man City later on in the season. If I jump into the schedule, guys, let's see where we are going to bring you back. I'll play this game against Leeds United off camera, and we will come back for the first leg of our Europa League. We're not in the Champions League. The first leg of our Europa League semi-final against Bayern Munich. We'll play the game against Bayern. We'll play the game against West Brom in tomorrow's episode. So if you have enjoyed it, guys, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to my channel if you are not already. I will see you tomorrow with another episode of Started from the Bottom, and I look forward to seeing you guys there.